NGK back in the building. It's New Year's Eve. Let's cheers to that. We made it alive. We made it alive.
We made it another year.
I made another year. You gotta, after you cheers, you gotta sip, guys. Bad luck.
True. Mm-hmm.
No, it's that type of bad luck. But yeah, welcome back to the episode, man. 2020 has been hectic and
rough. It's been
rough.
An interesting year.
It's been
to say the least.
You know, before we start with the jokes aside, you know, to anyone that went through it during COVID, lost a family member, you know what I mean? You're in our prayers. To anyone that's battling, struggling with their business in any capacity, you know, you're in our thoughts. Speaking of which, I think we need to support small businesses. I think that just needs to be the new wave, and we're gonna just dive into that. We're gonna be talking about a lot of things for this episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. Like there's a lot. Our goals, some of the things we want to do in 2021.
Yeah.
Where we're at, like, you know, just in general. How you feel, Nicole?
Overall reflection.
You know.
Well, I want to touch on the fact that there's been a huge shift to shopping local and supporting local small businesses, which I think is huge. So although 2020 has been a challenging year, and so much negativity has come out of it, there's also a lot of good, and I want to recognize that because that shift to supporting small businesses, shift to shopping online. There's been good that came out of it.
There's been a lot of good.
Want to touch on that, but reflections on 2020. How do you feel about your year, Karina?
You know what? I'll say that I'm blessed in the fact that I have a job, and I wasn't affected in that area of life. But it was hard not being able to see family members, especially like my elderly family members that I'm really, really close to.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're supposed to cherish these moments because your elders aren't going to be here for a long time.
No.
That's a fact.
You know, if anything hurt me the most, it's not being able to travel to visit like my grandparents and stuff like that as often.
Where are they?
I have one of my aunts is in New York. And I haven't been able to visit her because she's too old. Like, I don't want to go there and
take the risk.
And take the risk of, you know. And then I also have, like, I don't want to be around my grandmother either because I don't know, you know, because I'm all over the place with work and stuff like that. So,
Your grandmother's here?
Yeah, my grandmother's here. So, we'll do visits at the door and just wave. So
just a drive-by.
Just a drive-by. So, family gatherings, everything's different. Everything's different.
Yeah, everything is different. I think, like I was talking to somebody, I think the biggest thing is like we have to start getting used to like the new normal and how, and I don't think a lot of people even have prepared themselves for that, you know, and you know, how do you navigate? How do you start restructuring your social circle? Like there's so many restrictions, like, you know, we don't have the luxury of going to restaurants anymore. Even when you go to restaurants, from what I'm hearing, there's still a time limit. So even when you make a reservation, you're only there for a certain time because they're only allowing certain people at a time. So I'm super optimistic. I think, you know, I know a lot of people are conflicted with the whole vaccine, but
that's another thing.
That's coming. Let's talk about it.
I don't know. I wouldn't even take the vaccine unless I have a feeling that, and I was talking to somebody about this recently, that they're going to link the vaccine to things that people want to do, like travel, or if you want to send your children to school, they must be vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Look at everything else, like chicken pox. I think that's now mandatory as well.
Yes.
Tetanus, those are all required shots. And it started off similar to this, I'm sure, right? So I have a feeling they're going to say if you want your children to go to school, they must be vaccinated. If you want to get on a plane, you must get the vaccine.
Especially for travel, right? It's like, you know, we like to travel, so we have to consider that. Like,
yeah. I feel like they're going to find a way to force people to take it. I hope I'm wrong, but I mean...
Yeah. I just want to be on like the second batch. I'll let everybody do the first batch.
I wish do it at all.
I mean, I don't want to do it at all, but because of the restrictions, we don't
I think we have to consider it. Like, I think for me, because I love to travel, like, I'm thinking of traveling 24/7. Like, I was, you know, grateful to have done it. Even during the time. And I think even the authorities and the airports, they're all going through it too, because things have changed for them too. So they're so good at like working with you and just making you feel a little more comfortable, because you could tell they're also stressed out on another level because they have to quickly retrain like anybody else. But I think I have to consider it. I don't want to. I have to consider it just because of my lifestyle and what I like to do and the traveling that I have to do. I have to almost mentally prepare myself for that. I wish I hope we don't have to take a vaccine for a minute before we travel.
Yeah.
I don't see it being mandatory almost right away because they're still in the testing stages.
Yeah.
It's going to be rolled out probably in 2021. Has it been rolled out in?
They said it's supposed to hit like next year.
Yeah. I heard spring of next year. But the thing is, I saw a meme recently and it said like, they've been testing to find a cure for cancer for years. Look how many millions of dollars have gone into the cancer research, right? HIV or AIDS, a cure, right? And all these other things. It's like so much money and time and research has gone into this, but nothing. But then in a year, you want to find a vaccine to.
But they're saying the difference is like it's a virus. Like cancer is a disease, so it's a little. I mean, it's. I understand what they mean by the meme as well.
Yeah,
but.
Like, look how many years. Okay, yes.
It's true. And people are dying from...
So many years.
Yeah, people are dying
and
from...
And just in a drastic... Statistically, no virus has killed people this fast in a span of, like, months. Like,
you know what they're saying? They're like... Well, I mean, a lot of people die from the flu every year, though, as well. So, like...
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I also think that the whole thing with... So, I was talking about it with somebody, Philip... And he was saying, like, there's times, like, where he's had pneumonia, like a bad flu, influenza, like, had to be rushed to the hospital.
People die from pneumonia every year.
So now it's getting to the point where it's like, is everything just being deemed COVID? Like, now, like, if somebody has that type of influenza flu and, like, they're getting to this dire situations, are we now, like, is it everything just COVID because they're just so paranoid and this is the fast thing they're looking at? So at what point, who are we trusting here? How are doctors, like... how are doctors like looking into this? Like, how are they coming about to determine that this is COVID?
And there's
because
so many...
in a flu-like season, have you heard anyone having a flu? They're not even talking about anyone that has a flu, and I'm sure a lot of people have a flu. And where are they being categorized at? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. There's so many conspiracies as well.
I was just gonna say that
with this. So like, we really don't know what's going on. To be honest,
and there's nurses that are getting on Instagram or whatever talking about. Yeah. Listen, this patient came in our hospital without COVID symptoms. Yeah. And the hospital gave it to them. Right?
Lying.
Like you see those videos. There's so many. Oh my gosh, so many nurses have gone on Instagram and social media just to talk about. Listen, like I saw this patient's chart, they had X symptom, was not reflective of COVID, but we gave them COVID and they now left here on COVID with COVID or are on the ventilator.
There has to be a propaganda. But like, hey, listen, let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best.
Pray for the best.
You know, I always say prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. You know what I mean? Like prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's all we can really do.
Make the most of it. We do what we have to do, wear our masks.
That's
not
right.
Like anti-mask wearers.
Yeah, we're not about anti-mask.
We're all doing it. Like, just wear the damn mask.
Just wear it.
We're all wearing
It's not that bad.
It's not that
bad. And
when
you think about it, like, pretend COVID was not here. We're really supposed to be doing that when we're interacting with people in that close proximity because we don't know what people are eating and breathing anyways. Let alone COVID's not here.
No, there's
I'm a fan of the mask.
I
can walk out ugly these days. I don't have to do my makeup.
I was just going to say that. Why are you taking everything out of my head? Yes. Like, you literally just get up. All right, cool. Brush your teeth. I don't even have a mask.
I don't even have to comb my hair. Just go on road.
Nobody knows who's behind that mask.
I saw
get glammed up.
People are actually like doing like their clothing lines. A lot of people are switching up their clothing lines and hoodies, and the hoodies are covering the face, and you actually have a zipper now around your neck. You've seen like Ivy Park, like Beyonce's line. They have like one that's like that. So it's becoming fashionable, and there's ways you could go around it.
It's a look.
And it's a look. And it says this, hey, like we're putting on makeup or like, you know, worrying about like going outside and all that stuff. Yeah, mask could go on still. But anyway, so we were talking about some of our goals and like some of the things that we wanted to do about New Year's. I know Karina was asking, like, you know, was asking us like what we all think about vision boards. So why don't you start by answering that? What do you think about vision board?
I think vision boards are good. Like you always want to set goals every year. I mean, it's not to say that you'll accomplish the goal, but at least if you have it in your mind, you'll work towards it. So you'll accomplish more that year than you did previous year. So I'm all for vision boards.
Me too.
Yeah. Have you built a vision board before?
Well, I mean, we have a few things here.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Like,
I have a little vision board.
What do you think about a vision board?
I love vision boards.
Yeah.
I think that,
why?
like, even just writing down your goals.
Yes.
And just having something in front of you, whether it be in writing or an image, something that kind of keeps you on track toward your goals. A visual reminder.
The visual reminder.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, so a lot of people, there are people that don't even understand a vision board. So I started like a video one. To have like a video one just constantly playing around, like, you know what I mean, instead of going to Instagram and like, you know, just having my own and creating a video of it. So like every day I'm kind of watching a little video. So today we have like,
so we'll start off with Nicole's ghetto picture.
Yeah.
Hey. Listen, that picture has been through it.
It looks like it.
It's been through it. So we're gonna story up, guys.
Okay.
So this is what happened. No. Let me just explain the ghetto picture. So guys, my printer was running out of ink. Last minute, I was trying to print it, so that's why the color, it's a little bit discolored. Okay, and then the picture accidentally got thrown into a puddle of water. As you can see, the little right, the watercolor, right? But it's artistic. I think.
That's right. You know what? It
okay,
still
so
looks good.
What goal is
and this is your vision too.
Yeah,
this is your vision. Anybody else?
But my vision doesn't include the water.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know. Yeah. Talk about your vision.
Yeah. Keeping me on track here, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Anyways, so goals should always be SMART. I don't know if you guys ever heard about SMART goals, but I don't recall exactly what it stands for. It's specific, measurable. I'm going to look into that later and let you guys know. But SMART goals, they have to be realistic. I'm thinking that's what the R stands for because that's just what makes sense to me. But this is my 2021. This is a really realistic house, which is my goal. I want to be a first-time home buyer, right? That's goals for 2021. Go, girl. You know, my girl's real estate agent right here.
And your cousin is a mortgage agent. Shout out Jerome.
All the way looped in. Shout out Jerome for real.
Looped in.
So yeah, you know, like townhouse is what it's looking like right now. This one's cute. So that's one of my SMART goals for 2021.
Yeah.
Gonna make that happen. It's hard in the city of Toronto right now, man. Jeez.
But she got us.
To own as a single person. Oh my gosh. But
I mean, you can also get a co-signer. You always get help as well. You don't have to do it on your own. You just have to find trusted friends around you. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna try to do it.
We'll talk about that. Yeah.
So another one of my goals is
Karina's.
So I'm on a new little business venture.
Hello.
With me and my favorite cousin in the world. Shout out Raquel.
What up, Raquel?
So I mean, I've been talking about it for a while.
Diva.
It hasn't transpired yet. We wanted to do it in 2020, but you know. Nothing before it's time. So hopefully we'll start it up in 2021.
Yeah.
Early 2021.
It's a female.
And we're
speaking into existence.
Started off in 2021.
Opening it up in 2021.
That's right.
You know, it's fast fashion, so it'll be.
We're hoping to get Raquel on the podcast one of these days. R.Diva. She's beautiful.
She'll be on the podcast.
She'll be on the podcast soon.
So yeah, look out for it. Shop Miko's. It's a female online store.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Hey.
I'm gonna be buying my clothes from
You already know. Small business, let's go.
All right.
So next one. Nicole has
weights. So this one right here. I've had an on and off love-hate relationship with the gym. Probably like December 31st every year. I'm like, yes, good life membership. Let's go. I start off the year at, you know, like
everybody starts off the year
cliche,
like that,
right? Like that's how you start off your year. So I'm one of those people. And then I'll work out for like 3 months. I'll go strong, and then I fall off. So I'm really making a point now to stay on track and work out at least 2 days a week is realistic to start.
Okay, and I'm gonna follow
and build it up from there.
I'm gonna follow you that because health is wealth, and this year actually proved that to us.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I have to say, I have to stop the both of you too. Like, so I know that you're saying, you fall off or whatnot, but I'm very intentional with who I also attract in my life and who I want to hang around with. And you guys inspire me with your health and fitness goals. And I know sometimes we all kind of fall off, but I know we get excited whenever you're talking about the gym. You know, we hype each other out. Like I know, you know, you're really into running or whatever. Like she inspired me to start into running. Yeah. So that's my new goal, to stay on track on my running. Yeah. So as much as you fall off, I think what's important is, what are you doing after that when you fall off, right? Because some people fall off and they don't even think about it at all. So, you know, and there's something to be said with that. Like, you look great, your body's still fit, but I understand, to you, it's probably mental, right?
Yeah.
So you guys encourage me when it comes to fitness level, but carry on.
All right. We can work out together.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't live too far from each other, so
we really don't, actually. We hang out quite a bit, so we can make it happen.
Make it happen. All right.
Okay. So another one is, you probably can't see it from back here, but traveling. I want to start traveling to the European countries. I've done all the islands. Like, I'm over the Caribbean. Well, I still love the Caribbean, but I want to try like Italy. I want to try like Bali. I want to go to the European countries and see what's out there. Because I think, you know, the world is your oyster. And I think
I agree.
Some people spend their money on, you know, purses and stuff like that. I usually spend my money on travel. So this is where most of my money goes to is travel. So this is one of my...
And we're working on that, you know?
I'm gonna just jump on that one too as well, because traveling is definitely in 2021 for me as well, because I think we have some catching up to do. We really do have some catching up to do. I had a wedding scheduled in November this year. Obviously, due to COVID, it got postponed. So I'm looking forward to that. It's in Jamaica in June.
Okay.
And then I'm supposed to go to Dubai in November next year. So
girls trip.
To go to Portugal.
Fingers crossed.
Girls trip.
It happens.
Girls trip. So through
Portugal.
NGK, we're planning a Portugal trip.
Okay. Who's that? NGK.
NGK. You already know. NGK.
We're like flying our hats.
Like, no, for real though. Like, we're putting it out there because honestly, health is wealth. Traveling and visiting other countries is great too. We all like wine. We all enjoy wine. So some of our favorite wines are, you know, in European countries. Obviously, I want to, you know, I would like to support my African countries, but like in Africa, I think the biggest production is in South Africa because of the weather and just the distribution and manufacturing. Like South Africa is where it's at, which we're gonna get there at one point. But I'm just looking forward to a Black-owned South African winery, and then I'll talk about South Africa.
I can't wait to take me there.
I want to travel before Italy
Yeah.
and Bali and all of those places. Like, take me to Africa.
I love
take me to the motherland. Like,
the beauty about it too is, like, we have our connections there. I grew up there. Shout out to all my Kenyan people out there. Shout out to my Nigerian people. Like, they're all there. So we already have connections. We just have to book the flights and they'll take us there. I'm in 2021. I think we have the weddings and whatnot. We got the Portugal wedding, so that's why we're going to Portugal. So because of Portugal, we're just gonna try to maximize that and try to fly to Italy and France just to taste some wines.
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Already there. Once you're in Europe, you gotta bang out.
Just bang out because it's very easy.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Okay, so another one is
love. Never knew what I was missing.
I mean, I think we're all beautiful.
But I hope Bay looks better than this.
I mean, I was looking for a black.
I know. Like, what is this? Could you
This is Enrique.
I mean, listen.
Is it Enrique?
No,
it's not Enrique, but
he's Italian. He's Italian, Spanish.
But I think everybody needs to find somebody to love, and I hope we all find that in 2021.
Yeah, yes. It's looking good.
I think it's looking. I mean,
we're manifesting it.
Oh, I thought you meant it was already looking good. You mean like you're manifesting that it's looking good?
We're manifesting right now. We are all manifesting.
We're all manifesting.
This is a manifestation right now.
This is a manifestation. Yes. And they always say, like, shout out to my Pastor Brown, if he watches some of my episodes.
Grace stays shouting people out. Oh,
I know. Shout out to Pastor Brown.
Pastor Brown. Pastor Richard Brown. Okay. He always says, like, honestly, you have to see it to believe it. So when you see it, you already saw it. Because you saw it. So now you're just seeing it. Amen. But if you don't see it and you don't believe it, when you see it, you're going to be confused, right? So a lot of people manifest when they see that they forget. It's like a lot of times, like, you ask for something, right? Or like you pray for something or whatever, right? And a lot of times you're answered, but because you're so busy in your head, still trying to control the manifestation that's supposed to happen your way, you miss the opportunities, but you've already been answered, just not to the level you're looking for. So keep seeing and believing that it's already there. So when it actually happens, you're like, oh shit, I already saw that shit. Okay. Anyways, carry on.
I mean,
it'll go over some people's heads, but like, I know those who get it. You know what I'm talking about.
Last but not least, I miss my friends. I miss family get-togethers and gatherings. I just want to be with my friends. Like, I mean,
is that a charcuterie board?
Hey.
Anyways,
she loves her charcuterie board. As you can see, this is the spread with the beautiful.
If anything, COVID has taught me that, like, how important family is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how important our health is, and like, because.
Just gonna top us up.
Go ahead, boo.
Yes, please, girl.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, obviously some goals are real estate, some goals are investing and stuff like that. Like, those are always gonna be goals Because that's going to help you in the future and help your kids in the future and the future's future. So, I mean, investments are also on that vision board as well. But I think, like, we need to appreciate the smaller things in life.
The big things.
The big
For
things.
sure.
I like how you were thinking. Like, we were talking a little bit earlier and stuff. And, you know, and Karina was just like, you know, we all know, you know, we've all been blessed to be around, like, a lot of successful individuals that either one way or another, either your mentors or your family or just anyone that's successful that probably has everything they're looking for, like that house, that car. And we've seen all these people pushing all of this, but like their core happiness is like lost. And and I know we could all attest to all you know, people that we know that, you know, might come to us one way or another, be like, you know, how are you so positive? How are you high? Because like we're not so materialistic. So as much as we put our vision boards and stuff like that, like don't get it twisted. Like we all really enjoy family and friends, and we all get excited. Like, you know, people always making fun of me. I was like, your picture's just lit with family and friends. You're just out. It's because I take so much pride. My friends are like my everything. Without them, without my circle, I'm not who I am. You know what I mean? So it's fun even on my birthday celebrations. Like, I use my birthday to like make people feel good to come hang out with me. But really, I just want all the beautiful people in my life that don't know each other to be around each other and like to see how they could just like, because we're all looking for the same thing. So to me, that is wealth. Like to Karina's point, like I love that. To me, like I'm rich because I could go to bed knowing that I have someone to you know that I could count on and stuff like that. Like you know, what do you think?
That's important. That's important. Yeah, and I think people put a lot. I want to say too much value on materialistic things because you can have everything physical in the world, but still be so empty at the same time. And a lot of people try to use those physical things to fill that void, but it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. You need love, you need family, you need friends. Why are you I know. Why are you about to
I just remembered a comment. I was dating somebody at one point, right? And to pick it off topic a little bit, guys, excuse me, but you know, we were hanging out and he goes, I mean, this person does not drive the nicest car, and I'm not even trying to like knock them at all. And I hope they listen to this podcast because, like, yo, listen, we had the best hanging out time, but like, just like basic.
He's gonna know now.
And I wanted to.
What kind of car does he
drive? I wanted to. Honestly, it's not that like it shouldn't have been spoken of from a 40-year-old man. Like I personally,
it shouldn't be spoken.
It shouldn't even be like spoken out loud. Like it was like to me it was that bad. Like. And here's the thing, like they always say,
no, you know what? Maybe he doesn't care about cars.
No.
Not everybody cares about cars.
Let me say what I'm gonna say.
No, but we need to cut in. Not everybody cares about cars.
I understand that. But let me just say something. What I was going with that is not so much what he's driving. He kept emphasizing, you know, all this guy's driving all these cars. Like he was emphasizing on these people that are driving nice cars and how they're probably living a miserable life, which I agree with. That they probably have this materialistic nice cars. However, why are you so focused on talking about all these people that have nice cars and they're probably flaunting?
Why do you think?
He does not drive it, but like he's probably triggered by it. My point is, it's like a lot
of people. Thank you.
It's insecurity.
If he's spending so much time knocking people who do drive nice cars, meanwhile he's driving something that you can't even speak of, he's insecure about his car.
Well, that's exactly my point. Exactly what that is. A lot of times I also still want an ambitious man. I'm looking for an ambitious person. I'm not saying you should focus on materialistic things, but like we're now grown. We can afford certain things.
What if he had a good job?
Thank you.
He does not. But he does not.
Okay. But she's saying, what if? What if he had a good job and he had money
100%.
and he had his property?
Oh, that will not matter. But guys, no offense, he has none of those things.
Okay, but what if he did and then he had an ugly car? That's
okay, 100%.
It wouldn't be an issue.
I have financially supported them in a relationship.
We know Grace. We know Grace.
So I will never judge anybody's business situation.
So it's not about the car. It's about his lack of ambition.
Yes.
And where I was going to progress.
My point is a lot of people, because they're not ambitious enough, they'll see all these people, whether they're flossing, whether they're keeping it real with their Benzes and their Lexuses, and they'll use that as a negative point or a talk point to be like, oh, I don't need that because I'm doing it. But I don't see you doing anything else though, but sitting at home. And you're comfortable just collecting EI. You've been collecting EI for the last 10 years and you're 45 years old with 4 kids.
That's the problem. The car.
But I just want to bring it up because it's like, I have to walk away because it's not my place to tell him how he should operate in his life, but I also just don't think it was right for him to talk so much. He has so
About
much
other
to say
people's
about,
cars.
but really, you're not really doing anything.
No,
And
I've heard somebody not like I don't drive a Benz. I don't drive like a.
But you drive a Lexus.
You drive
But you drive a Lexus.
You drive a Lexus.
You know what? I think that's an in between the BMWs and the Mercedes. Okay. So like somebody not.
I see what you're trying.
It's like I don't think it's
mean,
like on a level of a Mercedes Benz or.
It's not.
I mean, maybe on the same level as a BMW, kind of, sort of ish.
BMW to me, I don't know. I could be wrong, but BMW
like
Lexus. What? No.
BMW
like
Lexus,
a Honda?
Yeah.
No, I mean, a lot of people drive them now.
Yeah,
So they're kind of like Honda.
But a lot of people drive everything. A lot of people drive Benzes. A lot of people drive BMW.
But the thing is,
a lot of people drive Lexus.
some girl must have knocked me and said, "Oh, you drive a Lexus, you think you're nice." Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's their insecurity.
Like,
that's their insecurity. That's their insecurity.
If she knew,
sorry.
like, I do, like, I'm a car girl. I did my research on cars.
Yeah.
I didn't spend a bunch of money on my
Lexus
car.
is my type of
You
car.
know what I mean? Like,
So
yeah.
I have my
boys
boys that kind of put me on to like different places to look for cars and find deals and stuff like that. So like,
okay.
I'm a smart shopper because I'm very frugal.
Also,
Yeah.
Karina is the
Yeah.
most laid back person. So I'm not about to hear somebody say Karina
That's
thinks
why
she's
I'm like,
nice. You think I'll look
I
at me?
drive a Lexus,
I'll
I'm
hold
like-
me a simple girl. You
I know.
think
I'm
chill,
trying to imagine somebody telling you that. Like I can't
That's just
even.
weird.
But that's
yeah.
I think a lot of people are just triggered by other people's successes.
But that's what I'm saying. People are a little bit triggered, and it's just like
When
honestly,
they
you can
see
get that too.
successful women.
It's not even
You
that
could
safe.
get that too.
You can get.
You really can get that
Did you
too.
tell her
You can
that?
get a Lexus too. Like
Did
you
you tell
know
her
No, but honestly, it's just same price as getting a Honda. Trust me, it's the same price as a Honda.
Well, here's the thing, right?
Acura.
Like, I think that people don't understand that there's different price points to Lexuses.
Exactly.
There's different price points to Audis. There's different price points to
Hondas.
BMWs. I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, BMWs.
Hondas are very expensive.
Yo, have you
Where?
seen the 20?
What?
Yo, the 2019.
My girl.
I don't know. I didn't even look at Honda.
No,
I don't like
Honda's very
Honda. Why?
expensive.
Because Honda's like everybody's first car.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the thing is,
sure.
it's the most reliable car. It'll last you for years.
Yes, I started with a
Yeah.
Honda.
Yeah,
of
no,
course.
Honda will last you for years.
I think everyone starts with a
They're
Honda,
very
and then we know, and
expensive.
then we elevate.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
not like they're not a luxury car, but they
No.
are pricey.
Are they really?
Yeah,
How
they are
dare
pricey.
they?
Cause
Like, what do they have to stand on? Like,
I mean, we could talk to Honda experts on that one.
Hondas. Girl,
I've seen some people with some nice Hondas still. I know, like, you know, I can't lie. Like,
no, the
you know.
reliable cars.
which
You know,
ones
they're
are
like,
gas
gas is cheap.
expensive? I didn't know they were expensive.
Honda Civic.
Gas is cheap.
Gas is cheap.
But I
Yes.
drove a Honda Civic. I know that Accords are more expensive, but I had a Honda Civic for not my first car, my second car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So on that note, my point with that point, like bringing up that person's story, is it's one thing when you're on the low and you're doing what you got to do, but if I'm trying to talk to you, obviously I'm okay with your situation right now. But if I keep hearing you trying to knock out the people, then you're just showing me that, like, yo, you're so low that you're like, that I'm forgetting like how great of a person you are. So now I'm looking at you, you're that critical person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my friend, like,
yeah, no.
you're like 45. I'm sorry. Like, you can't really be talking.
Whenever I
nobody.
see like a woman wearing, like, you know, she dresses nice, she
Yeah.
has her car, she has her beautiful house, I inspire to be that woman.
Yes.
I would never knock her, like, look at her, oh my
Yes.
god, she's so
That's
flashy.
the problem. But
I
you know what?
aspire
There's been
to
a lot of
be
talk about
her.
that too. Like, why do women, and namely black women,
Yeah.
oftentimes
Actually,
knock one
talk
another?
about
Like,
it.
you can't just see another woman doing big things and be like, sis, good job. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you got everything going for you. Like, good for you. You know, it's a rush to be critical
What does she do?
of the other woman.
What
Yeah,
she
like.
does.
What is
Yeah,
she?
yeah,
on the
like
side.
in a judgmental
Yeah.
way. Like, why
Yeah.
can't you just be happy and proud for the next woman?
Yeah.
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah.
And now I understand why, like, you know, I have a good friend that, you know, she'll never be on social media. And, you know, she'll just say, because, like, you know, people will just misconstrue your lifestyle and think that, you know, you, again, like Karina said, like, people look at someone like Karina or you or myself and think, oh, she thinks she's nice because she has this connection. She's nice because she does this and this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you come and eat with us too. Like, we're actually a vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like sitting there miserable.
Sit
Like,
at the table too.
yo, you can really sit at the table. Like, you might just be missing out. You know how they only say, like, yo, RIP to the opportunities you missed because of your insecurities
Yeah.
and your
No.
opportunities. Like, yo, rest in peace to you. Like, because you're going to miss so many opportunities, like, judging people. Just, step on that table that you're afraid of when you see people winning and just come, join the table.
And it's funny
I love
because
to see
I had the
other
same
women winning.
exactly.
I love it.
I had the
do.
same talk
I
with
do.
Raquel earlier, my
Yeah.
cousin,
Me
and we're
too.
talking about like you never want to portray like you're that person because people won't put you on. Like
Yes.
when you look perfect, like why would people need to put you on? You know what I
Facts.
mean? So
Facts.
like be
That's a
realistic.
fantastic
yeah.
point.
But
Like,
how many people do you really think are real though? about where they stand, about what their goals are.
Yeah.
Not many people are real.
It's true. It's
And
true.
especially if you're looking for that on social media, there's so little that's real.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Really, the smoke and mirrors is real.
Like, how many people do you see saying, like, you know what, I'm not doing good today. I'm not doing good today. I don't feel good today. I feel like I'm not achieving my goal. You don't see that kind of stuff on Instagram.
No.
Well, I'll tell you why. So, like, you know, I think sometimes, like, I think the way social media is set up has been set up because celebrities are showing us they have a good time all the time. Other people are showing people they're having a good time all the time. So for me, it's not so much I want to see people, you know, like I see this meme and people are like, oh, don't rush on social media. Like people are not posting their failures. I don't think people need to post their failures for you to feel justified. I just think justified. I just think that, you know, it should just be individual based. Like if you, you know, if you're triggered with somebody else's successes and you see them posting all the time, they're posting whatever, and I'm judgmental too. We're all judgmental to an extent. Sometimes I've been seeing girls, I'm like, really though? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, was that necessary? Because you're talking about one thing, but you're talking about something different. Like, I'm so confused. Like, you're showing your bare naked, like, booty, but you're talking about spiritual awareness.
That's another topic.
I'm not sure.
We're going to dabble in that in
Hey. I see nothing wrong. I am pro nudity. I see nothing wrong.
I'm with it too. I'm not knocking that.
So why can't you talk about spiritual awareness?
Listen,
our bodies are spiritual.
I'm all for nudity.
I'm all for nudity, but it's just that
a woman should still have class. Like,
you can have class, but why can't I be in a thong bikini on the beach and then post it on Instagram?
I mean, you know what we're talking about. Nicole.
I think we should.
No, I don't. Break it down. Clarify. Break it down. No.
Well, I'm a conservative person. Like, I believe that all. Like, for me, like, I'm a conservative, classy woman.
You
so,
really
like,
are.
Yes, you are.
I really love it.
You'll never see my booty on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I'm all for nudity. But I don't feel like,
especially if you have a good body.
Like everybody has to see it.
I feel like a lot of women do it for the wrong reasons.
I think so too.
Being what? What do you think?
They're looking for the wrong attention.
Yeah.
The wrong attention.
That's it.
But how about when they just like their bodies and they want to just post it?
And I think that's okay. I think so. What to my point is, it's like if you're posting, like if that's what you're posting, like and you're happy with yourself, because I know women that post a lot of naked pictures and they're actually happy. Not naked necessarily, but like this is
like
all they
lingerie
post.
or
that's all
whatever.
they post.
They're
right?
comfortable in their skin.
They're really comfortable with their skin, and really they're really trying to show you, like, listen, like, you know, I'm fit right now, but I wasn't always like that. So they're showing you so many other. They're showing you a journey, but there's just certain people where I'm just like, I can't relate, and also I unfollow. Right? I only say if you don't like something, you don't like just unfollow.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So I unfollow, but I just think that. I guess like the point I was going to, when people are like, oh, people are not posting their failures. I don't think people should encourage that. I don't think you need to see someone's failures to really justify them on who they really are.
No.
But I think that we could focus on the people that post things for the wrong reasons because we personally know them. So I can only speak to people that I personally know, that I know that they're posting things for the wrong reasons.
Like, give an example.
And
give an example of posting for the wrong reason.
I just say that, like, you know, like, you know, a lot of people, like, every time you're posting about a naked picture, but it's a different topic every time, but all I'm seeing is your naked picture all the time. It's different if one day you post about your booty and you talk about spirituality, sure, that's connected. And then the other day you're talking about, like, all right, you know what, like, you were going, like, I don't know how to explain it because I will never justify how someone should live their life on social media. It's just that, like, some people's, like, whatever they're posting, and it just doesn't make sense. And with that said, like, even when I post stuff, I'm super natural. Like, when people meet me, like, what I
this champagne here.
Oh yeah, I go for it. Right? Like, pour it up. Yeah. So, like, you know what? Like, even just as we wrap up, I just feel like, you know, we're lucky. All the three of us are lucky enough to be in surroundings and with people that could check us. You know what I mean? Like, if we're not living our right lives and whatnot. And a lot of women don't have that, right? So I say that lightly also with respect to know that, like, you don't know what someone is going through, and that's the only outlet.
That's a fact.
To, like, showcase a lot of things.
I'll never judge what people post.
And you know what? Like, and I've caught myself judging. I'm honest. Like, I judge. However, like, I'll never comment on it. I will never share with my next girl. Be like, oh, look at what this girl is posting. This is just me and my own processing it.
Yep.
And all I could do is just hope that, like, oh my God, whatever she's going through, I just hope she gets through it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's a cry for help, but
I mean, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it's a cry for help. Sometimes it's like you're lonely and you need attention.
Yeah.
You just post it.
And you're looking for the media.
Call it the wrong attention, the right attention. Who are we to judge?
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Instagram,
post my
they want to
memes and I have
it.
like, you know, my sexy eyes and things, you know?
Yeah, you're trying to get some attention.
You know, sometimes I put my,
so when you post the pics, I'm gonna like, comment, send you a
I'm looking
DM,
for a little
everything.
attention.
I'll give you attention.
Yo, just like Karina too, like I'm more on the conservative side too. But like, you know, every so often when I'm on the beach, you know, I just I'll just show a little skin.
I don't think I'm conservative.
No,
you
you're
guys
not.
think I'm a conservative?
No, you are. You're classy though.
You're very classy.
I'm
very
classy,
classy.
but am I conservative?
No, but you're classy though.
But you're very classy.
You do it tastefully though.
Very tastefully.
There's some people that
Like
do not
grown
do it
woman
tastefully. Like
So you can be not conservative but classy.
absolutely.
Like they're not
They're not tied in together.
when in the
'Cause you do
same.
things
And
tasteful.
sometimes just
I
because you're
think so.
conservative doesn't mean you're gonna win in society. We could talk about that too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that that's the route you should take. That's
I've
just
never
who you
been
are.
conservative. I'm just unapologetically me.
Yeah, but
I've literally been that way forever.
And some people might like that, and some people might not.
Yeah,
But
it's just
most of the
fine.
people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like because you're not conservative, you don't have your vagina out there. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like, no one knows
Instagram
how
wouldn't
to
allow
ask
that
this
anyway.
But some people will
You
have
know
their
what
whole
I'm talking
vagina
about.
or their whole crease out.
You've
Like,
seen the
it's true.
creases
You
out.
do it
Like,
it's
I'm
true.
told.
You
It's
do it
It's like
classy
you're doing
and
too
tasteful.
much.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like I didn't need to see that. That picture was a little loud for me. You know what I mean? Like,
But anyways,
Yeah.
guys, to another year.
to another year.
To another year, and I hope 2021
Uh-huh.
is way better than 2020. But
Absolutely
we have to
agree.
take time to acknowledge and recognize the good that came from 2020.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So I like how you pointed out some of the
Yeah.
positive, like
Yeah.
factors.
For
Yeah.
sure.
What's
This
New
is
Year's Eve? Let's cheers. Let's keep drinking.
Cheers, my baby.
You know, cheers to
2021 and to
Mhm.
that vision board coming to life.
Coming to life.
with travel
Yes.
and Mikos
and love.
and
Mikos
love.
and love.
I love love.
I
Like
love
I've
love too.
been wanting to fall in love. I mean, I know I would love in my life. Is that too much love in one sentence?
No.
No.
I love.
And now that you've spoken about it, now that you've spoken into
Uh-huh.
exist, like you're putting it out
Speaking into
there.
existence.
It's gonna happen.
Drop
It's
it
gonna
middle.
happen. People don't understand. Like everything you talk about will come true.
Just
Mhm.
manifest it.
Yeah.
It's a matter of when, though. Sometimes the manifestation takes years.
Nothing before it's time.
Nothing before it's time.
So they say.
Take
So they say.
time.
So they say.
So guys, I want to talk about next episode. I want to save for the next episode because I have
Yeah.
some questions.
Let's close it out.
Okay.
Let's close it out.
We'll
Cheers
see you for
to
next time. Cheers, guys.
Cheers
to an
to-
amazing year ahead. Honestly.
to an
Let's cheers
amazing
one
year.
more time.
I'll
Let's
say
do
one more time. One more
Cling,
time.
cling, cling,
All right.
cling,
Cling.
Until next time, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Shout out to everyone that has been following us, staying with us. You can find us on all the platforms. I'm gonna tell you exactly where to find us. Okay, go to our Instagram. It's #3 Way with NGK. And over there you'll find our link tree. Our link tree will take you to all kinds of platforms
Not
you never
everybody
thought about.
knows what Linktree is.
You know,
There's
go
a
to
link in our
YouTube.
bio.
Go to YouTube. Link in our bio on Instagram. You're right. But Linktree will link you though. It's Linktree.
Linktree links you to everything. So we're on all podcast platforms. Literally, like Spotify,
They keep
Apple,
messaging us.
Google,
Like,
Anchor.
podcast.
There are ones we never even heard of. Okay, we're on them all. And then if you want to see us, we are
Kind of
on
want to see us.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah. You can, yeah. 3 with NGK. YouTube.
And check us out.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
Follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to like,
And
subscribe,
subscribe.
share our videos.
Please
We're trying
do.
to grow our following. Yeah.
Tell your friends to tell your friends.
To tell their friends to tell their friends.
Because I know your friend is watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.